I've always loved babies. I always wanted to be a mom. I originally wanted to have 10 children, and I was lucky enough to have a husband who was totally on board with that idea. We only ended up with 8 because after getting to 8, we realized how much work it was. I learned quickly that with 8 children, I was going to need flexibility. I couldn't be absent from my life for over 10 hours a day. Between working and commuting, I realized other parents need that too. Hi, I'm Victoria Sopik, the CEO and co-founder of Kids & Company. My journey into childcare started almost 40 years ago. I know the date because my eldest is turning 40 this September. When my son was born, I thought, what am I going to do with this baby while I go to work? I was still finishing up university, studying for my real estate license. So many of my friends were heading straight into business careers. I was excited to launch my career too, but I also knew I wanted to be hands-on mom. I couldn't even find someone to watch my baby for the 3-hour real estate exam. How was I going to balance work and parenting? There just weren't any good options available for infants. So we ended up sponsoring a nanny from Germany to help. She was great, but it wasn't an easy solution. It was a lot of work. And it made me realize that other parents must also be struggling. One of the biggest challenges was wait lists. Parents would try to plan their return to work, but they have no idea if there would be a spot for their child when the time came. There was so much uncertainty. So I wanted to introduce guaranteed spots in our centers. Another big thing was late fees. To this day, most childcare centers will charge parents if they're late. Usually it's $1 per minute, sometimes $10 for every 5 minutes. The late happens, right? Traffic happens and people are late, sometimes. That kind of policy just didn't sit right with us. All of it added to the pressure parents were already carrying. After living through these challenges myself, I started thinking, what if there was a better model? What if we partnered directly with corporations? They could offer childcare as a benefit to their employees, and parents could go back to work, knowing that their children were safe, had quite high quality care. But to do that, we had to scale fast. Most businesses grow one location at a time, wait for profitability, and go from there. But if we wanted to partner with companies across the country, we had to grow across the country. Of course, that meant finding the right investors. We had a strong business plan. My co-founder had been the CFO of a public company, but still, we had to personally guarantee a $50,000 loan. The reality is that for a lot of entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, it's hard to get the money you need. We were fortunate to find the right investor, but the funny part is, almost everyone who backed us said the same thing. Oh, if you can raise 8 children, I'll bet on you. But it wasn't just about investors. We had to get smart about financing. Having the right banking advisor was key. Someone who understood the pace we were growing and could help us make strategic decisions along the way. Having a trusted expert who could explain options, look at cash flow, and guide us through big financial decisions gave me the confidence to keep pushing forward when the growth felt daunting. In one of our first years, we opened 13 locations. 5 years later, we were named one of the fastest growing companies in Canada. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 16. I really learned on the job. I also started a summer camp in a local church. I went door to door with flyers, and that little camp grew to hundreds of kids per year. It was always clear that whatever business I built, it would involve children. I never separated being an entrepreneur from being a mom. I think some people like to live in neat categories, either working or you're parenting, but I've always done it all at once. And I think combining the two is the right strategy for a woman who wanted to have 8 children. You know, motherhood also shaped the way I built my business. Forced me to be flexible. My family has always been my top priority, and as a mom, you're often on someone else's timeline. Sometimes I would have to drop everything. Now, with my grandchildren, it's the same thing. I can just change my schedule and go if I need to go. This flexibility and compromise just worked for me. It gave me the space to build something meaningful without ever losing sight of what mattered most. If you stay flexible, you can make it work. That's true in business finances too. Growth isn't a straight line, and having advisors who understand how to give us flexibility in financing made a real difference. I know I can't control every detail. I had to get comfortable knowing how to pivot, how to adjust, and how to let it go. As a leader, I can be a little scattered. I move very quickly. I change my mind. I multitask because we're always growing and our business is always evolving. That's not for everyone. But the people who thrive in this environment are usually flexible too, and they care deeply about the work we're doing. It's the same with managing money. You need to be able to pivot quickly, adjust your plans, and make smart decisions in real time. What's made the biggest difference for me as a leader is clear and honest communication, especially if it's hard. You can't work with people for 20 plus years without becoming a part of their lives. You're there for the special moments, but you're also there for the tough conversations. It helps not to shy away from that. You can do it with kindness. We approach it the same way we give feedback in childcare. It's never, we don't like this child. It's like, we don't like this behavior. You can say to an employee, I care about you, but something needs to change. You can't keep showing the plate. What can I do to help you get there? A lot of people avoid these conversations because they're uncomfortable. One clear example was during COVID. When our teachers were on the front lines, working in the centers, I felt it was important that our office team showed up in person too. Some people didn't agree and chose to step away, and that was okay. For me as a leader, it was important to show solidarity. A lot of my leadership style comes from the way I parent my kids. These two are natural extensions of each other. That's why raising 8 children while building a big company never felt incongruous to me. It was just my life. When people ask for advice, especially working moms, I always say, if it's good, it's done. For many people, the impulse is to aim for perfection. Like my business partner would always remind me of that. But if the goal is perfect, you're always going to be letting yourself down. So instead, I'm happy to do my very best and let go of the guilt. You can have it all if you're not worried about making it perfect. And for some people, the choice is to work and not have children. And for others, the choice is to have children and not work. So it's a question of what you're willing to juggle. The juggle's not for everyone. It's really about knowing who you are as a person and what will work best for you. What worked best for me was building a career outside my life, letting the two grow together. In doing that, I let my life inspire my work and vice versa. And the financial side is a big part of that, making sure the business was strong enough to support my family and that my family values guided how I ran the business. I never chased balance or perfection. I built a life where my work and family made each other stronger.